Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Louisa Liu. Thank you for joining us. Ma Yuchang and Lu Quancui are the married couple who were so impressed by TV reports of Tzu Chi's work, they halted their daily work and traveled to Luoshui to volunteer for service. As of this week, they have been working with Tzu Chi for a full month.
These are the rookies of the food station's prep area, a husband and wife who are clearly not new to the work. Residents of Chengdu, they set aside their regular occupations to serve in the disaster relief effort.
We saw it on the TV and came to the disaster area to see if we could do anything to help the people here, see what they needed and do what we could.
As they work, one would never know they're married. It doesn't matter if they are at the prep table or on the service line. They are so busy they have no time to speak.
Working like this is giving people proper respect. This is how things should be. It's good.
I feel like you all are magnificent. You are the greatest.
With no regard for the inconvenience, this husband and wife traveled over 2 hours in their own car to come to Luoshui. Together, they have discovered true satisfaction.
In the aftermath of the Sichuan earthquake, Tzu Chi volunteers have stumbled across many touching stories of strength and courage of people who have put aside grief to offer support for the needy. One such case is Wang Liping, a 12th grade student who volunteers to teach Jingsi aphorisms in the tented area.
Loudly repeating Jingsi aphorisms after their young teacher, a group of little volunteers is finding the lesson a little too profound. But an explanation is on hand.
When you're doing something like helping others, you'll get some joy out of it. So in times of comfort and happiness, don't neglect those who may need your help. Otherwise, one day when your fortune runs out, it will be like waking up from a dream. You'll have nothing.
Self-confident and eloquent, Wang Liping is only a 12th grade student who recently escaped the Sichuan earthquake unscathed. Grateful for a fortune, she now comes to the tented area in Ponghua village every day to teach Jingsi aphorisms. Echoing the sayings in harmony in the Sichuan dialect, disaster victims of all ages gather together to learn Tzu Chi's philosophy. Holding up Jingsi aphorism flashcards one by one, Wang Liping believes the words of wisdom will comfort the heart of those who are still reeling from the quake. Without a doubt, Wang Liping's sonorous voice will keep spirits high.
A 13-year-old boy from Luoshui Township was a troublemaker who vented his anger on others when his cousin died in the Sichuan quake. However, through Tzu Chi volunteers' guidance, he is now a changed person, turning sorrow to motivation to help more people.
Yelling out numbers from the top of his lungs, this is Ma Wen. Just 1 month ago, the Sichuan quake took away the life of his beloved cousin. Unable to accept such cruelty, he started to make trouble and bicker with other children. However, this has all changed when he met Tzu Chi volunteers.
When I first came here, the sisters taught us proper manners and how we need to be modest and polite to others. We can't be so fussy.
He used to play all the time, always cuffing and kicking, and he loved to fight. He would fight with others over small things, but now he's changed. He is very polite.
If there's one thing that's unchanged about Ma Wen, it's his loud voice. Now he has put it into good use. Besides calling out numbers for patients queuing in line, Ma Wen always leads the way for the elderly.
If someone likes to be angry, I would just pretend I'm like their garbage bin. To help those with a short temper release their anger.
Not only is Ma Wen a mannerly gentleman, he is also a patient listener, helping seniors kill time waiting for their turn. In the future, Ma Wen aims to become a medical doctor, incorporating professional skills with a humanitarian touch to relieve more patients from their suffering.
Disaster relief teams in Ponghua village of Sichuan are composed of medical professionals and city volunteers of all sorts, including now youth. These latest additions to the relief team have proven themselves enthusiastic and dedicated, with some already declaring that upon their coming of age, they too will devote themselves as full-fledged volunteers.
These children have all now donned the Tzu Chi vest to practice the humble gratitude of volunteers. With adult Tzu Chi at their side, they are making their way over the rubble, up the mountain, to visit a housebound patient. 77-year-old Liu Changgui is partially paralyzed from a stroke. After the Sichuan earthquake destroyed his home, local villagers moved his bed to a tent. With a dog for company, Mr. Liu can only lie upon his bed and await aid. Paralyzed, he requires help with his medications and incontinence.
贝贝来，这里有3种药哦。这有3种药哈。哦。这个早晚吃，早上点喝，晚上点吃。
Youth volunteer Wang Yang is only a first-year high school student, but the earthquake has aged him quickly. His home is destroyed, and he admits his spirit is not yet fully recovered. These last 10 days, he has volunteered for service with Tzu Chi.
After I started as a volunteer, I felt a sort of happiness. I see these old people and remember my own grandfather. I think that for anyone who can, volunteering is very good.
With half his body paralyzed, Mr. Liu smiles and struggles to bring his hands together to clap along with volunteers. Here, under this loquat tree, Liu Changgui is not alone.